recording. You bitch. Disney.
Alright.
So excited about Disney Week.
Disney Week.
Yeah.
We're changing the structure up this week a little bit.
Yep.
Because, there's a lot of news for Disney in the last week.
There's a
And because
lot.
of that, the news for Disney news is going to be spread out through the podcast. And we're going to talk about a lot for each bit of it. And then we're going to other news later on. If you're still around for that.
You will be.
Which you probably will, yeah.
Oh, you will be.
Do you want to kick it off then?
Sure.
First bit, we'll talk more about The Last Jedi. Because there was a new TV spot and some new posters for it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Some
mystery,
interesting posters.
theories.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go posters first then. There was 2 posters, international posters, that are attached. They're like linked up.
Yeah.
Look them up if you haven't seen them, you little bitch.
It's not very nice.
Well.
No one listens to this shit anyway.
there's a light side and a dark side poster.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker, our buddy, is on both. At the top of both, like he's in the main one, but on this one he's got a light side and a dark side kind of style. He's got his hood up on the dark side, looks like a Sith. On the good side looks like a Jedi.
Yeah.
Have they spoiled that a little bit, or are they fucking around with us?
I don't know. It's like I said before. I feel like if they've done that, then it's stupid.
Yeah.
But then equally, it could be like a double bluff. So
I hope it's not right, because
knows?
I want Kylo to turn. I don't want him to be on the dark side the whole time. I want him to be...
Yeah.
Apparently, someone had a nice little theory about this.
Yeah.
The reason why they're all on opposite sides is because, their opposite sides mirror who's the biggest challenge on either side, who has their biggest confrontation.
What do you mean?
So where Finn is on one side, Phasma is on the other side, so that's his biggest confrontation.
Oh, I
where
see.
Rey is, where Kylo is, there's the biggest collisions.
Oh, okay.
Luke is on the same on both sides. They're trying to say his biggest collision is with himself.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you just make that up, or have you read that?
No, I read that.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a very nice idea. I'd
Yeah.
like to see that. I'd like to see him confront himself, but like I said, I hope it isn't light and dark, because you need to have people swapping sides.
Yeah.
Make someone spies. Make some of them...
I just want one really good surprise, like there was last time.
I think there'll be one. I think that's all it will. All it will be. All it will be.
I feel like, am I wrong? But before, did you have spoilers? Did you have an inkling about Han dying before? Did you think that was going to happen? No.
I
See,
didn't have
no. See,
bollocks.
I had no idea that might happen. But I feel like people after were saying, "Oh yeah, I had a feeling that he might." But
No.
I have no idea what it could be this
I didn't
time.
know.
Well, no
I
idea,
don't remember my
but
theories for that, other than Rey stuff. I think I don't remember having much going into it, because you couldn't really have theories because it was a brand new thing.
I'm
Now you
so
can a bit more.
excited. I'm so excited.
I'm
so
scared.
excited.
I'll stick with the fact that I'm
So
scared.
excited.
Alright, and
Yeah.
the TV spot
Yeah.
adds a few new shots.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the Luke one.
Yeah.
There's Luke going into the Falcon, it all lights up.
Oh yeah.
It's a cool shot, but it's not going to really add much to the whole idea. People think he's going to leave the planet. I don't think he is. I think he's just reckon he's just reminiscing, like, oh, it's weird being back in here, kind of thing. I don't think he's going to
He's
go.
gonna die.
Or maybe he's seeing that, gone, oh fuck. Maybe.
That's my prediction.
You think he's going to die?
Yeah.
I don't know. Could do. I don't think he will, because I think Leia's going in this one, and I think Luke will be in the last one, and it'll be one for each.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
I think he's going in that ship. I reckon what he's done is he's left Rey. He's gone the Falcon. Gone. Oh, okay, weird, and then gone to fuck off in it. Or he's just looking around at it, because why not? It's on his island.
It's going to be one of those things, isn't it, where like it lasts for about 30 seconds, and you think, oh,
Yeah.
that's a whole big thing. Yeah. Hopefully.
But then, yeah, like the Chewie at home moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
This one,
yeah.
2 seconds long.
Yeah.
You've got there's a shot of Snoke's throne room, pretty awesome, and it's bright red. There isn't much to say about that, but it looks interesting. It has like a little, has a little monitor thing next to him that apparently is already as a toy, and it's like they think it's like what's giving him power. I don't know. We'll find out. And then also the last shot of Rey in the rain.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It looks like she's talking to Luke, but then we looked at her eyes and they're not the right
no,
height.
she's not.
Unless he's like really high up on rocks.
Yeah.
He's like on a rock
Well,
throne.
it's the same as Kylo holding his hand out. They're not. I don't think they're in the same place.
No. Definitely,
I think it's the same. Yeah,
completely right with that. I don't think
they're trying to trick us, but they won't, because we spend a lot of time looking back at them.
Yes, we do.
Too much time.
So that's all the stuff of Last Jedi in the last few days, all Disney related.
The last few Jedi days.
So we already kind of said where we think they're going to go for Last Jedi. Where do you reckon they're going to go? Well, saying that, we've got Han. So we also have a bit of news of it actually, saying that we haven't spoken about yet. Solo.
That's a really confusing
so
sentence.
Quick, yeah. I know. I had about 50 thoughts popping at once.
Hello,
one horse, two horse. Oh, how did you want? Oh. So we had the title Solo, a Star Wars story, fucking original. No, it doesn't look right. I mean, I don't mind it being called that, but like if you look at the font for it, the word Solo just looks really weird in the Star Wars font. It doesn't look like enough.
No, I know what you mean. It's because I always think that's a word that doesn't look like a word anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Kind of,
you know when you write a word down, you're like, is that how it's spelled? Yeah.
They should have called it Smuggler.
Oh, that would have been
He shot
good.
first.
No. Smuggler? Nah. That would never have... Nah. It would
Falcon.
never have happened, but it would have been cool.
Falcon, a Star Wars story.
Or just...
White shirt, black waistcoat.
Just stop. Just do Star Wars and just stop trying to make a film.
You need a name for it. The first one's called Rogue One. Rogue 2. The first Rogue.
I just wish
Han
they would
Solo,
just do Star
the
Wars.
first Roger.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wish they would just do normal Star Wars because I feel like
What do you mean normal Star Wars?
Just
normal
stop doing
Star Wars.
like a Star Wars story.
There's nothing wrong with that, but they kind of have to because they can't keep because it'd be worse if they were churning out
No,
episode 9, episode 10.
No,
episode.
no,
You just want to leave the gap until they're done with, and then
that's
go
what I'm
back to
saying.
it.
I want them to just do that and like leave a 3-year gap. I don't mind. It'd be so much more exciting.
Yeah, 3 years maybe a bit much though.
No,
I was going to say you'd lose interest, but you wouldn't. But no, I get your point.
Forget it. Just do as many as you
leave.
want.
No, take out Rogue One. Leave a 2-year gap for each one. Yeah, I agree with that because it would make it more exciting.
But I'm saying even if they left a 3-year gap, it'd be annoying, but it would be so exciting. God, there's a bigger gap before, and everyone was very excited.
Everyone
when
would
it
be
came back.
like Star Wars Who?
Yeah, after 3 years, everyone will forget what it is.
Exactly, never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about. Where do you think they're going to go after episode 9? So you've got Solo, then you've got episode...
That would have sounded better if I didn't go 10! Episode 10.
Yeah, well they've got Solo episode 9 and we don't know from there. We know there's an Obi-Wan ones in the work. Obi-Wan film in the works.
Obi-Wan.
We know there's an Obi-Wan film in the works.
Yeah.
Probably a Boba Fett one at some point because everyone keeps saying it.
Fett.
Hopefully not a Yoda one.
Boba Fett. Yeah.
And where should they go after episode 9 then, in your opinion?
I don't know because I don't know what happens in episode 9 yet.
Well, I don't know, but I don't mean that storyline. I mean, should they for anthology films or where should they go from there? Should they do prequels? Should they do sequels? Where should I know we don't know how episode 9.
Oh.
God, why are we doing the podcast? I don't know. We haven't done it yet, so don't worry about talking about that.
So how can I? Oh, I thought you meant where should they go with episode 10, but do you mean where should they go in
where should they go with Star Wars after episode 9? So what should they release? What should they do with the films?
Nothing. Don't release anything after episode 9.
That's not going to happen. They're going to. So what would you like to have?
Well, no, just give it a 2-year
blunt
gap.
Answers and give me a proper answer.
That's what I want, though. I think that is what they should do. You didn't say what.
All right. Well, if they're doing more films, where do you want them to go with it?
I don't know what happens in episode 9.
Oh, fucking hell. Alright, well I'm going to say Knights of the Old Republic. I love a Knights of the Old Republic film. I love some expanded universe. Not stuff related, because these don't feel like... They're saying extended universe, Star Wars stories, but a Solo film and Rogue One are both related to the main story.
Yeah.
Because they both tie in. Rogue One was essentially a prequel to New Hope.
Yeah.
Solo's going to be a prequel to A New Hope 2, or Rogue One probably. They're not their own separate things.
No.
New characters. Just use the lore, use the universe.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
Use the species.
Okay,
use the planets.
then I would say, even though I haven't watched it with you, I've seen a lot of bits and you've shown me a lot of it. I would like to see more of the Star Wars Rebel stuff come into it, and it seems like they have cooler stuff in that.
Some stuff, yeah.
Not all
it turns into, but the thing is with that as a prequel as well, because that leads into Rogue One. It's something that's just a constant tale of stuff.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm not saying do that, but in a film. I'm saying use those characters.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I like the characters in that. I like the voice acting as well.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they look nothing like them in real life. That'd be hilarious. Ezra's voiced by a woman. That'd be hilarious. Just get a woman in to do him in the film.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe they will. Maybe Del Toro's character in
I think
Last Jedi is Ezra, the kid from Rebels, in case you don't watch it.
I think the problem is that if you use the characters, it just seems like, oh, they're just using the characters,
Like
and it's not far, and it's not far away enough that it's something new. But then if you use totally new characters, then it doesn't kind of feel like Star Wars anymore. And then I just think we'll just create something totally new.
See,
don't try and like nick bits.
See, I agree, but at the same time, as I've played the games, the various games growing up, which aren't related, that aren't related to the films, they feel Star Warsy because they use the music and they use the species and they use all the related stuff and the ship, so it kind of does still feel like it.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, but we'll look at the Blade Runner 2020. I'm not going to say it. 24 to 9.
24 to 9. Yeah.
If you took Harrison Ford out of that and the characters that have come back, it'd still feel like Blade Runner because of the music and because of the style and because of the location. I think it would, because he's using it like for the first half and it still feels like it.
Yeah.
That's probably it for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean,
then maybe do that then. Maybe just use one character from what we know already and just bring them into...
Yeah.
Maybe explore...
Leia's daughter?
Just explore their life. What?
I didn't mean Leia's daughter. I don't know. Talking about her.
Who's
secret daughter?
Whose daughter are you
No, she has. Is it her daughter? No, it's not her daughter. Her niece is in Force Awakens and has a bigger part in this. I think she has one of her family members in this film.
Well, yeah, do something like that. Just have one character from what we already know, and then explore like the extendedness of their life.
Extendedness.
Yeah.
Of their life. I like
that would be good.
Solo, the extendedness of Han.
No.
That should be cool.
Yeah, but then I guess that's what they're doing. I don't know.
But not with you. But you don't need it with Han Solo, do you? Because we've seen him young, we've seen him old now.
Yeah.
Don't need him even younger.
No.
Especially with all the shit that's happened with that film.
Baby Han.
Baby Han.
That's what I'd like to see.
Christ Almighty.
Baby Chewie. Do that. Or just a film all about porgs.
We'll end it there then to this week because that's fuck those motherfuckers. I think that was it for Star Wars then. But I think they should take it in different directions. I want a X-wing film about pilots, nothing to do with anything.
No, that'd be good.
There
just all in the sky.
New characters.
Yeah.
That was nice then as well. All in the sky.
That's what they should call it.
Next bit of Disney-related news.
Yes.
There was the final trailer for Coco. Came out last night, which is interesting because it's already out. It came out this month. What was it out? I think it's already out in Mexico. It's come out already, and it's coming out over these next few months in different locations around the world. We don't get it till January. We're really far behind for that, which is surprising.
I didn't know that was
Thoughts on the trailer?
I really
Besides
like
the fact
it.
that it's a bit similar to Kubo, which wasn't that long ago.
It's obviously there's obvious similarities in that it's like a young boy and he has an instrument and
it's a guitar and it's like
and the way he strums it and sort of everything kind of seems to come to life. Yeah,
fantasy kind of style and
losing loved ones and things like that. So there's a
ghosts.
Quite it's basically Kubo, Mexico.
It's the same way that Bugs Life is ants, and what else has there been? And I still argue Big Hero 6 is quite similar to How to Train Your Dragon. They're just changing what's involved.
I get that. But with all the family coming back, it was actually very, very similar. I do like the look of it, and I think it's nice to sort of explore different cultures. I always think that's good for children's films.
Very good. They're clearly doing that more now because they just did Moana and now they've gone to doing Coco.
And what was the short with the
Indian boy?
With the Indian boy
about superheroes. I can't remember
the name of it.
It's really good.
But that was good. But I think that's good to explore as long as they're careful not to start stereotyping, because I think it borders on that sometimes.
I think they've got enough people involved in these films to make sure they're not.
Yeah.
Although I did find it quite interesting, the first place that Coco was released was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Unless it was for the Day of the Dead, because it's a real
it could be,
festival,
Because
otherwise it's like, we made a country about about a lot of your culture. Here it is for you first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to check, see how they react to it. Apparently they're loving over there. But
good. I think it looks lovely. It looks good. It looks like
Didn't
it
like
looks
that trailer,
like it might be a little emotional. No, what was the song they used?
I don't know, but it's like a pop song.
I can't remember what it was because I was singing it after. But no, I wish they hadn't used that. Just using the music that's in it.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it was written for it.
Yeah. Oh no, I think it's quite an old song, isn't it? Maybe I'm thinking of something different.
Maybe it's a slow cover of a pop song.
No, it's never been done. No, I think it looks nice. I think it looks cute. I think I'll like it.
Yeah, it's colourful. Posters are good for it.
It
Very
looks
nice.
it looks really pretty actually.
The old granny as well, like Kubo has the old woman.
Yeah.
It's it should be nice. Although it's quite funny you say about the different cultures, how much smackback you've had from Moana, because the costumes now.
Yeah.
For Moana.
Yeah.
All the idea of it being like sort of like skin tone and all that kind of all the shit they've had for that from their merchandise.
Yeah.
Dressing their kids up as Moana.
Yeah. But I don't understand. Just put the costume on them. Why do you need to worry about their skin colour?
Well, I think the costume might have some like changes.
Oh, it has
Possibly.
it has like sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know,
Still,
it looks nice. And
it does a lot more good than it does bad.
Yeah.
Not the costumes. I mean the film.
the film. And I think Coco looks like a really lovely character too. Yeah, I think it'll be good.
So animated films to come.
Yeah.
I've got a big ass list here.
Yeah.
Of what we have to come from Disney.
I just sounded really upset then because I know you've got the things that aren't coming too.
Well, we're talking about that first then. Okay, well, Gigantic.
Yeah.
Which was a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of inspired film.
Yeah.
Was originally delayed, but now it has been cancelled.
Yeah.
Which.
A few weeks ago now, I think.
And that upsets you. Why? You want to tell the listeners?
Well, I really like the idea of it because it was kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. From what I read, it was going to be like Jack and the Beanstalk, but I think once he got up the beanstalk, it was going to be completely different because it's just a world of giants, and he befriended like a giant girl, and I just thought it would be a really cool thing to see for a star. I just wanted to see how they did it, and it was the same guy that did Tangled, and it was a musical, and I was just really interested to see. Because I think Tangled's brilliant. I think it's one of the best ones. I think it's way better than Frozen. And I just think it would have been really good. And I was really looking forward to seeing it. And I liked the concept art that I saw for it. And yeah, I'm just kind of sad that... I like the idea of it all being set in the sky. It's gone.
Yeah.
Very upsetting.
It's all in the sky.
Yeah.
So after Coco...
Yeah.
Next animated release... it feels strange that this is the next one from Pixar. Do you want to have a guess?
Yes.
What do you think it is? No? Okay. The Incredibles 2 is the next one.
Oh, that's the next...
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Oh my god, when is that though?
June 15. I've only got the US releases here, but I think it's pretty much going to be the same for these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the next one.
June?
Yeah.
That's quite a way away.
That should be
pretty... Away.
After that?
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably one I'm most excited for, isn't it? Incredibles 2.
Can I just quickly
cool.
go back? Because, you know, I said there was one that also got cancelled that I couldn't remember the name of, and it was a frog or a lizard or something. It was Newt.
The fuck is that?
It was about a newt, obviously. But that was back in 2008. But I just saw some stuff about it recently, I think, because they cancelled that. But, yeah, that was what it was called.
Yeah.
Oh, two newts that couldn't stand each other. Well, I feel I know why that was cancelled.
There's just one thing they come out at a party once. They got pissed and come out with that idea.
It got cancelled in 2010, but there was a reference in Toy Story 3. There's a Newt crossing sign in Andy's room. There's also a reference in Brave. A Newt goes into the potion brewed up by the witch.
Well,
I can see why that got
all right.
Why that got cancelled. Sorry. It just annoying me what it's called.
Next one.
Yeah.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah.
This is the one. I still haven't seen they still haven't released the footage for this. Because
I still haven't seen the first one. We've watched it the other day.
The footage they released, I think it was at the Disney Expo.
Yeah.
Of all the princesses are in it. There's loads of Disney references and Easter eggs in it.
Really?
Did you not see that? But I didn't tell you about that. All the Disney princesses were in one shot together, and
really?
they had a little bit. It's all about. It sounds pretty crazy. Yeah, that's meant to be November next year.
I'm really looking forward to that. I love Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's so good.
Yeah.
Such a great idea, and they really explored it too. I think it could have been a really good surface idea, and then when you watch the film, you thought, but no.
Will Ready Player One be better than Wreck-It Ralph in terms of its references? We'll see.
No.
Those two are the next two animated ones.
Yeah.
Oh, now scrap those two.
Yeah.
I've got something better for you for the third one. Untitled third Planes film.
No, really?
Face just dropped. Yeah. in April 2019.
I don't remember this.
Oh.
Oh, was it the first or the second planes?
I don't remember any of them.
One of
because
them
I've
actually
never
was
watched them.
okay.
God,
I think
no.
it might have been the first one.
That's stupid.
I don't
That's
know.
such a decline because
It's
the
a real
next one after
cop-out.
that, a few months later, 2 months later, Toy Story 4.
Boo. Boo Disney.
Don't call it-
Boo. That's very. I think that's really bad of them to have done that.
To release another one.
Yeah.
Just don't call it Toy Story. If you do like a spin-off one, I'll be happy because it's just money.
But I wonder what is. But is it going to be a spin-off?
It's not a spin-off. It's Woody and Bebop. Is it Bebop?
Bebop.
What's the woman, the sheep lady called? I think it's Bebop, isn't it?
Bo
Bebop?
Peep.
Bo Peep. Bebop. Who's Bebop? Bebop's a character in it. Bebop is a character in it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but she's not.
Whoa.
She's Bo Peep. Like, she's like little Bo Peep.
I'm typing in now, wait.
Bebop.
No, when I type it in, no, it just Bo Peep. There's no Bebop. Wait, where have I got Bebop from?
Little Bebop has lost her sheep. Doesn't know where to find
Bo
them.
Peep, alright? It's a love story.
Woody and Bebop.
Bebop. So I know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Got Toy Story 5's coming out soon?
Oh my god. That is amazing.
Yeah. It's a love story between those two.
Oh, right, okay. Well...
The dubstep queen and Woody. The raging cowboy.
When you said it, I thought, is that the little tape deck thing with the microphone? That seems like it could be called Bebop.
Bebop.
Oh,
Alright, that's the next one
good.
anyway.
No, wait, because I was just going to say, I think it's really
Bloody
bad of
hate
them because it's annoying when everyone gets so geared up. Oh, this is the last one. You get everyone in to sit. I think they should have a fine.
They should receive a fine.
Yeah, because...
Doesn't do jack shit, is it?
No, I know.
Oh,
And I don't
a
really...
child bouncing on that one. This really is the Disney episode.
But do you know what I mean, though? Because everybody thinks, oh, this is the last
Yeah.
one. I'm going to
It's a
pay
cop-out.
money
It's
to
what
go
it
and
is.
see it. Yeah, and actually, no. Change
Well, you'd
my
still go
mind.
see it anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Even
no,
if it
I'm going
wasn't
to go
the
and
last
see
one,
it,
but
but
I don't
I
see
think it's really
just
bad.
tomorrow. Next one.
if you're not sure, just don't say anything.
Next one.
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Not you.
Me?
Frozen 2.
No,
I don't care for it.
you don't like it because everyone.
I don't like it because it doesn't deserve more praise than every other film they've been doing.
I don't think it has more praise.
It
I
does.
think it's just more
It's
popular.
what money for them.
But I don't. But it's not. I don't think people say, "Oh,
Okay, but it's-
Frozen's better than
No,
Beauty
okay,
and the
but
Beast."
it's appreciation for some reason. It has a lot more appreciation than the other
Yeah,
films to do,
but-
which are better.
Well, yeah, I think it was a good time for it as well. It's just really good timing when it came out. There was nothing else really.
I would have delayed its release a little bit. It comes out on November 27th, 2019, sorry. I'd have put that back to December,
Nah,
but then if...
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bother with that because it's going to be in cinemas forever, isn't it?
Good point, but also it'd be nice to be released around Christmas.
Yeah, but it will be out still at Christmas.
Well,
You know, when I went to see Frozen, actually, with my sister, and we always say this, we went to see it, I think the day it came out, or the second day it came out, but I'm pretty sure it was the first day that it came out.
that's the best sentence ever. Hope you're still listening after that.
Was it? Was it better? Was it a good sentence?
Oh, go
Bebop. Yeah, when we went to see it, and we were probably like 2 of 8 people in the cinema. Like, no one cared.
No one cared, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone was like, "Frozen's the best."
Everyone
and we were
loved
like,
it.
We liked it first. No, but yeah, it was not. It wasn't.
Everyone
popular.
joined the fucking train.
Yeah.
The Frozen train. Everyone hopped
They were
on.
like, "Oh my god, Sophie and Becky like it."
Not because of
No,
you, I
we
just
like
smart
it
then.
too. Because that's how everyone
Cool.
talks.
Alright, that's all the ones that are listed
Yeah.
for now. Pretty big ones. They're like
They
all
are
sequels to
big,
big
yeah.
ones.
God, the cinema's going to be a nightmare next year.
Yeah, that's all for yeah. That's like no, but that's till 2019. That is to the end of 2019.
Yeah, I know.
So that's in
I'm
3
just
years.
saying. But those films, they're going to be ones that stay out for like 3 months.
Yeah, they will be there for a while. Woo!
Tired?
A little bit.
I am actually. It's this weather.
Yeah.
Boo, England.
It's cozy though.
It is cozy.
Any sequels? Any animated films you want to see in release that we haven't just said? Trying to think what they could do sequels. Let's look at the pile behind us.
The problem is, I would love to see sequels to films that I love, because obviously you always want to see more, but then I feel like it ruins them most times.
Not always. Toy Story didn't get ruined, did it? I mean,
No,
they might
Toy
still do
Story
it now,
did.
but it didn't.
Toy Story didn't, but I feel like Toy Story was built to have more.
Kind of.
I feel-
I think Big Hero 6 is.
Yeah,
I
Big
think you
Hero
can
6 could
Just do a
too.
crossover with Incredibles. That'd work.
That would be really actually quite good. Yeah.
If it did it well, then I could.
And
deal
I
with
think
that.
the reason for that is that you have sort of a cast of characters, and which I know you do in every Disney film, but I mean in The Little Mermaid is the main thing. In Beauty and the Beast, they're obviously the main two. In Lion King, you have Simba. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's to do with
When
the
you
pull
have-
of the film. If the pull of the
Yeah.
film is the plot or like
Yeah.
the narrative or the character, it doesn't
Yeah.
need sequels. If the pull of the film is the universe that it's in, with
Yeah.
like the expanse of it,
Yeah.
then it has sequels.
Yeah.
So Big Hero 6 isn't about like the story that's told is pretty generic. That is the way it looks and the way it's quite a simple superhero stuff, so it kind of works. And same with Incredibles. It's not about this plot, it's about the family.
Yeah.
So you can make sequels because you can still have the family.
Yeah.
With a lot of the princess films, you can't really have sequels that work because it's about their origin story as a princess
Yeah.
and how they make it,
Yeah.
how they make their money. Like gold diggers. I can find their princes and
Well,
take all.
most of them are already princesses, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
So what are you talking about?
Well, it's just a journey of their character, but it
Gold
doesn't work. Then simple tales, right? they
No,
don't work
because
for
most
sequels.
of them already are princesses and are rich. Apart from
Yes.
Cinderella.
Zootropolis would work.
Yeah, you could do.
I think
another
they're going to do
Zootropolis.
that eventually because it's so
Yeah,
popular.
see, I would see another Zootropolis because I think the writing was really clever and I think it would be funny again. And I
Do a
think,
heist film.
yeah, and
Thriller.
I don't think what made Zootropolis good was, well, no, that's a lie. I was going to say was their relationship. It was their relationship, but I don't think you wouldn't need to see it like break down and then be friends again.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't what made the film good. It was good. It was an interesting bit, but
think
it wasn't what
it's-
made the film. The
I
film.
think it's. I don't know what I think it's the jokes were quite popular and the fact that it was about like differentiation in
Yeah.
like ethnicity and
Yeah, it's and it's a world as well, like you say, it's a universe.
The
You
whole
have like
city.
you have like the little mice town, and there's loads more that they could do. Even though they explored it really well, there's still loads more that they can
and
do.
there was
with
like
it.
a detective kind of plot there as well. It
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I think they probably will do that
Yeah.
at some point.
But that's the thing. Like I was going to say, I love Tangled, so obviously I'd love to see a second one. But then I don't know. Could.
I think you need to do team ups for princesses.
Yeah. Well, there's so many theories about a Frozen Tangled.
Do those two together. Do Moana with.
That'd be cool.
Or do Moana with one of them. Have her travel
Yeah.
across. Have Moana discover that one of the islands because she's travelling around now. That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because you need princesses with different attitudes meeting up.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be
I
cool.
don't want one to Wally because it doesn't really.
No.
Wally. Do you want to fucking Wally?
You Wally.
Doesn't need one.
No.
Monsters Inc. We had Monsters University, but I don't really want.
Yeah.
You need to leave that alone.
Tarzan definitely had a sequel.
Yeah, I was just
Lady
wanted to
and the
Pixar.
Tramp
I'm
didn't,
pretty sure.
did it?
I can't remember. None of the old ones should. I don't think any of the old
No.
classics should. I've just seen like the new
No,
ones, but I
I
don't
was just
think
more
any of.
thinking if they did or not.
There was
And
one more that I
Jungle
was
Book
going to say, and I
didn't.
can't remember what it was. Inside Out, you could do.
Inside Out, they're
Could
making
be
one, aren't
interesting.
they?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing one
When she's a
little bit
teenager,
older.
that'd be fucking dirty. So, I don't know how you did that.
What? What?
Well, if it'd be a pretty depressing film in her mind while she's a teenager,
Yeah.
that'd be hilarious.
Why might not be.
Or just do a different character. You don't need Riley. Do a different character and get
Why
more.
would it be?
I don't know. I don't mean dirty. I just meant to be fucking.
Oh, this is gonna awkward.
Oh, shut up, Bebop. Do a different character. Don't use Riley. Use someone else.
I think they are going to
Use
use
them.
Riley.
Why? Don't need Riley.
I swear I've read that.
I don't bloody know. It's not on the list of in the next few years.
I really liked Inside Out, but it was a bit depressing. It made me sad quite a lot.
Yeah, most of them do. As Disney is to
But
make you cry.
it made me more sad than it did happy. Whenever I think of Inside Out, I always think, oh no,
Yeah.
it's really sad when I watch that film.
Good dinosaur. I can't really.
No,
Unless you do like a fucking the meteors
no dice.
killing them all. Well, oh no, the whole point was that it missed him, wasn't it? When they did like a really
can't
political film where
remember.
it is about the start of The Good Dinosaur is about the fact that the meteor goes past
Oh,
Earth
it misses.
and they stay alive while
right,
humans,
yeah,
on Earth,
yeah.
humans
Sorry.
are on Earth too.
Yeah.
It'd be really fun if they did a political like sequel about how the dinosaurs and the humans have to live together,
Have to, yeah.
Animal Farm style.
Yeah, and there was like a dino president and
Dino President.
dino.
Hello, I'm President Dino.
Dino.
Dino. Dino.
Good Dinosaur was such a lovely idea, but I didn't.
It
like
looked fucking
that
gorgeous.
much. It looked really pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I think that's all of
Bit
them.
typical. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can move on from animated. I think that's everything we've got to say. Anything else animated? Any other sequels? They did Finding Dory already from Finding Nemo. That was
Yeah, it's
nice.
alright actually. Yeah. Baby Dory is just like everyone loves. I think that's how to make a sequel work. Just make whatever character you're doing a baby, and everyone will be like, "Oh my
I don't remember anyone like Finding Dory, Baby Dory getting much attention other than from you.
Yeah, everyone loves Baby Dory.
I've never heard anyone say anything about Baby Dory.
Hello. My name is Dory. Can you help me? Oh yeah, and she was in Disney Store. Yeah, maybe it's just me.
On to next bit of Disney news. Lion King casting.
Boo.
I'm gonna get up the old fucking
Beyonce.
thing for this,
Boo.
so I can see what is in it. Okay. Everyone's probably seen this. So Donald Glover's Simba. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Yeah.
What's
I'll do that.
interesting, I thought he'd be a young Simba, not old Simba. Because he doesn't have he has quite a young sounding voice. Quite a light voice.
But
Although
not,
he might
not,
be able to change. I
not
wonder if he changed
child
it much.
voice.
No, but...
Hmm.
Well, I guess no, he does have quite... It's just, imagine his voice in Homecoming. If it's like that, that's a really strange voice to...
Yeah, but you don't know what he's going to actually sound like as Simba. He might
No,
be...
he might change it, that's what I'm saying.
Hello!
The most interesting one is who's playing Nala.
For God's sake.
Bloody Beyonce.
Yeah.
Could be worse if it was Rihanna. I could fucking do Rihanna doing this.
God.
How much shit she's been doing.
It's just so...
I guess because it's a musical. I guess because you've got singing in there. That's more of the reason why.
Yeah,
Because they both are singers. Like he can sing and...
But... Yeah.
It's a weird mix to have those two singing.
It's not even that. It's not that. There will be a gazillion women that can sing just as well as Beyonce.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
Beyonce.
Beyonce doesn't have an incredible voice, because she is
Yeah.
insanely talented. But there will be other women that are just as insanely talented. And I have a problem with these live action things, because
Yeah.
it just feels like a money thing, like totally a money thing. Because they're not changing them up that much. We've spoken about this before, but they're not changing them up enough that
No.
it's given me something new. And it is really, I can't lie, it's not really interesting to see all these childhood classics that I've watched thousands of times, like brought to life. It is exciting, but then...
For some of them, I don't think you need to do
But
all of them.
but they're not better. They're not better than the animations. Like
Jungle
Beauty and the
Book.
Beast is so good. Oh yeah, no, Jungle Book, yeah, it was, but I don't like the original Jungle Book, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only person alive. Well,
And
maybe
when we came
Andy.
out of Jungle Book, I said that they need to do Lion King now because how good that looked. I
Yeah.
was like, that would be amazing.
It
for
will
Lion
look
King.
amazing. It will sound amazing. So I don't really know what my problem with it is, but I think it's just trying. I think the problem with it is that you're taking something that is already absolutely amazing and perfect and just making it again.
Yeah.
Just making it again,
But
making it well, but just doing it again.
I don't usually like reboots, but if they're doing live action ones, I think this is the one to do that I still do because I think because the guy I know don't like Jungle Book, people love Jungle Book and they love this new one as well. I don't think they should do it for everything like they're doing. They should do every single one that
But
they've
like, yeah,
released
that's the
again.
thing,
That's
they're gonna-
annoying
Yeah.
because it's just a money grab, isn't it? It's just because
Yeah.
it's getting everyone in. Because Beauty and the Beast probably made a fucking fortune that
It
remake.
made an absolute ton, yeah.
Um,
And that's the thing. You could have got someone so incredible. I know we're going to move on to Beauty and the Beast, aren't we?
we'll get on to live action
Okay, we'll
films
just
as
leave
well.
it for a minute then, because
James L. Jones is back from Mufasa. Obviously, he did it
Yeah.
originally, so that makes sense. Shubatel, I'm going to try and pronounce his second name.
Edgefor, I think.
Edgeforward.
No, Chiwetel Ejiofor, I think
is playing
it is.
Scar.
Edgefor.
He could probably do that voice. If you think about his
Yeah,
voice in
yeah.
Serenity.
Yeah,
at
no,
times,
yeah,
like he could.
definitely.
It's a strange pick though, because it's not what you expect for Scar.
Mm,
But I kind of want him to have a bit different
Yeah.
voices. I don't want him to
no, I
have.
would have thought that was a... Yeah.
Alfred Woodard is Sarabi. Who is Sarabi?
Sarabi.
Again? Sarabi. Who is Sarabi?
Simba's mum.
Is it, oh, it would make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. She's fine pick again. She's the one from Defend. No, sorry, not Defend. She was in Luke Cage, the main villain
Oh,
lady in
yeah.
that, and she was in Civil War. That's why everyone had that fuss about her because she's done 2 different Marvel films.
She has
a
she's a good actress. Yeah.
Yeah. John Oliver is Sazu, which is absolutely fine because he sounds like Sazu when you think of his nasally voice.
Yeah.
John Carney is Rafiki. Yeah. I was like, who is this guy? I recognise his face. He is Black Panther's dad, the one that dies in Civil War. Spoilers.
Right,
yeah. It's that guy. I'm like, okay. You've got Seth.
See, this is what it is. You're going, oh that makes sense. They can play them because they're really similar to the original actor or actress. That's the.
Especially this one, I think Seth Rogen as Puma.
Yeah.
That's very.
It's just
similar,
like typical. Yeah.
It seems like.
It's good casting in that
way. As long as he doesn't do his laugh in it.
Just...
If he does the Seth Rogen laugh.
He will. Of course he will. Yeah.
Billy Eichner as Timon. I don't know who that is. I probably would know stuff he's done.
I recognise that name.
I don't know. Eric Andre as Azizi, Florence Kazumba as Shenzi, and Keegan Michael Key as Kamari.
Keegan Michael Key? Who's that? I know that name.
Key and Peele.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. He's doing Kamari, so one of the hyenas. And then you've got 2 kids, JD McCrary and Shahadi Wright Joseph for young Simba and Nala. Pronunciation is on point today. Yeah.
What do you think of all these live actions?
I was just saying I don't think they should do everyone. I don't care about them. I like Lion King. That'd be awesome because Jungle Book looked good, but I don't think they should do every single one that they've ever done. I don't like the ones that aren't animals. I think Jungle Book was good because the animals looked incredible.
Yeah.
And they had really cool voice actors. Like they had what's his name from Breaking Bad was really cool as the wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like all of it though because I didn't like the jokey characters in Jungle Book. I like the serious stuff. Yeah. I think if they made them completely serious or darker,
that'd be it. Yeah, if they made it a bit darker, like
these for adults.
Yeah, because most of these stories came from actually quite dark places. Yeah, dark tales, and maybe that would be better if they made them a bit darker. But then they're never going to do that, are they? Because they're going to need the pull of a million children.
They do, but then they also.
It will be good, and I will enjoy it, and it will look amazing. I just don't know why they're doing it, really. I do know why they're doing it.
Money.
Yeah.
Talk about the Lion King costume.
I think what it is, it feels like a waste of resources because it's so much time and money to essentially just remake something exactly the same.
Yeah, they need to change them up. They could just make them do it like the books, do dark fairy tales. Yeah. I know you need the money, but you could do it and make it so it's still like a 12A. You can still make it dark in the 12A. You just need to make it gory or violent or like swearing. You don't need it. The Jungle Book felt quite dark at times.
Yeah.
You do it like that. But just take all you need to do is just take the jokes out. Make it a serious thing. As opposed to take jokes out and it will still work. And it doesn't need to be above a 12A.
Yeah.
You've had like Marvel films that are more serious. Winter Soldier, Civil War had jokes in them a little bit, but they kept it to the tone that they were pretty serious films still. And do it like that, I think it'll be fine. But then do what you want, Disney, because you know how to rule the world. So never mind. Saying about live action then. Just about the other live action. So you had Cinderella, which actually I've got the list of stuff. We've had a few already. So we've had Cinderella. We've had Beauty and the Beast.
Cinderella, they changed that up quite a fair amount, I would say.
That was the first
they didn't. It looked really different. I think that's the difference. Beauty and the Beast looked basically the same as the cartoon, like quite a lot of the time. Whereas I think Cinderella didn't really look similar. And I actually really liked Cinderella.
Fair enough. I didn't mind Cinderella. Yeah. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast still, but we see it enough at work when it was on because it was on for so long. And I was like, I saw the same songs over and over again. I don't think it looks pretty, but I don't care for Emma Watson.
That's something I was going to say definitely for Cinderella and definitely for Beauty and the Beast. They look stunning. Like they look absolutely beautiful. The costume is incredible in both of them. But Emma Watson, what the hell? I mean, you totally know why she's been chosen because children love her, adults love her. She's a great role model. She's like a good choice to play Belle, but she's rubbish. She can't sing.
It's a lot of
at all. Like, it's just it's so like robotic the whole time she's singing. It's such a shame because you could have had like an amazing young actress, brought them in that's like an incredible singer, incredible actress, somebody brand new, and brought them in and been like, wow, look how good she is. But no, it's just Emma Watson again.
Yeah, I agree. Jungle Book was good though. That was alright.
Yeah, well,
I only watched it once.
That kid's amazing. That's what you see.
Good.
He's incredible. That little boy.
Yeah.
They could have used
Him for
Yeah.
Belle is where you were going with that, right? Somehow that's what you were going to say. He was incredible.
Yeah.
You sing for it.
No.
What else? What other ones there been? There's definitely been more. The BFG wasn't, but I keep always think of the BFG. Pete's Dragon. That's the other one they did. Again, we haven't watched it, but it wasn't too very good, so we should probably watch that. It was a weird one, and that's nice. Pick funny ones to do. Pick interesting ones to do. Like peculiar ones that people
felt
didn't
different
really...
because it's not songs.
Yeah, and also because I haven't watched Pete's Dragon,
No,
and
me
it's
neither.
not as like known as the others they've done.
No.
Yeah, I mean, coming out live action, you've got A Wrinkle in... This is just general Disney releases that are live action now. A Wrinkle in Time, which you just literally watched the trailer for today. Do you want to say what you think of that?
Looks fine. I like Chris Pine a lot, so I think had it been somebody I didn't know, I think I would have been like, I don't really care. But I actually really like Chris Pine, and
I like Chris Pine,
especially
but
after
I like
Wonder
serious Chris Pine. I don't.
He seemed serious
quirky
in this. His character, at least.
Yeah.
Some bits look cool, but
I mean, like serious Chris Pine.
Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be a bit of a washout. I don't think it's gonna.
It looks like what's the one George Clooney did?
I was just about to say,
what was it called? Tomorrowland.
I was just gonna say.
Remember everyone being so hyped for that? Don't remember it ever coming out. I don't remember it ever being a thing. Like where people are like, oh, it's a great film, or ever having much merchandise, or ever being like a brought up
I
much.
watched it at work in the IMAX.
Oh, you did?
For a staff showing. A lot of it looked really, really incredible.
Yeah, it's what they do, isn't it?
It's alright. Yeah, no, it wasn't bad actually.
Style over substance.
I remember. But exactly.
They haven't got much live action actually saying that. Only there's a hybrid. They've got a Christopher Robin film.
Christopher Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, not.
That's
one
not.
they've just not good.
No, that's weird. They've got.
So it's going to be like, and it's live action.
It's a hybrid, so it's live action with animation.
Oh, so maybe it will be like Winnie the Pooh type thing.
Yeah, God knows then. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms next year, whatever that is. Sounds like they're going proper sci-fi.
Oh, I want it to be like a dark Nutcracker.
Mary Poppins Returns, which is a hybrid, so it's animation and live action.
Emily
what
Blunt.
fucking animation's going in there? I don't want.
What in Mary Poppins?
Yeah. I don't want animation in there. Not like cartoony kind of animated animation.
That's what the original is.
Yeah, the whole film's animated though, isn't it, the original?
No.
Is it not?
No.
I don't know, I've never watched Mary Poppins.
You will have seen a
I
lot
probably
of Mary
have, but
Poppins, yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing for that as well. So that's live action.
Yeah,
with
the animated bit is like when they do supercalifragilistic, and it like the penguins and stuff that dance like the little. No. I'll show you later and you can be like,
I probably
of course,
have,
yeah. No.
Do you know when that's being released? Which is strange. It's called Mary Poppins Returns.
No.
Christmas Day 2018 in the US. How weird. On Christmas Day to release that.
2018?
Yeah.
Next Christmas?
Yeah. I thought it was closer than that.
I thought it was definitely this year because there's been like images of her. Oh, fair enough.
Oh, what? That's weird as
well.
well.
Finished filming? Have they wrapped on that yet?
Don't know.
Have they started? I don't know.
God knows. I will tell you this, though, which is quite weird.
Yeah.
Before Lion King, you've got Dumbo and Aladdin in March and May of 2019. Lion King isn't until July 2019. So they've released the cast of that, because they probably just cast it. But Aladdin and Dumbo's before that. Dumbo's Tim Burton's doing it with Disney.
Oh.
These are all live action. I'm just going to have them quick because there's a fucking list for this.
Okay.
I don't know Dumbo well enough to care. Aladdin, again, I think people like the cartoon enough to the anime version.
Aladdin.
Need to watch it. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, probably. Lion King, and then Artemis Fowl. Nicole, whatever the fuck that is. They're doing Mulan. There's live action. Peter Pan, live action. Then you got Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Mulan?
Yeah.
There's two of those, isn't it? Sony's doing one too.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
Gonna be two.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why would you... Anyway.
And then Pirates 6 in 2021. And then there's fucking... There's so many live action ones, and I can't be asked to go through them all. What's something called Dashing Through the Snow? That's probably years and years away. Yeah, God knows.
Christmas.
That's like the next few years anyway. There's just too many. I mean, and this is the thing though, they're not as exciting when you when you know a whole list of what's coming.
No.
Like, it'd be cool to have teasers for them and not know so far away, because you're kind of going, oh, so then we're ready now for it. Now we have to wait all these years. It kind of burns the excitement out.
It's really, the thing is, I'm really excited to see what they're going to look like. That's where they've got me.
Yeah, but you can see it like in the trailer. Like, that's the thing. But then that was the same with Beauty and the Beast. I was like, interested to see what it looked like. I saw everything it would look like before I saw the film. I saw enough of it as well from trailers.
Down, I prefer the cartoon. Like, there's just no.
It's the same if they started doing it with Studio Ghibli, it'd ruin it. It would absolutely ruin it. It needs to be animated, and
but
especially
they
for
are
that.
they are starting, aren't they? They're doing Your Name. They're doing a live action. I know that's not Studio Ghibli, but I'm saying they're.
Yeah, they're doing anime. Yeah, because they're doing Akira, and they've just done Ghost in the Shell, but they're not touching Studio Ghibli. And I see that's pretty. He's like, get the fuck off my work. Probably.
I flipping hope so.
I bet he's had offers, but yeah. I don't think they will. That's all for live action stuff then.
Yeah.
Well, then let's go on to the biggest bit of Disney news, especially because I keep seeing everything to do with it today, even though what makes me laugh is it's already not happening.
What?
So Disney had talks with Fox, 20th Century Fox, to buy 20th Century Fox and 20th Century Fox TV. They wouldn't own everything that Fox does, but they'd own a great deal of it, essentially. The talks have already, even though it's all been, they've been able to say, we're in talks, we might get X-Men, we might get Fantastic Four, like as part of the MCU. No, because it's already broke down. Brilliant. The talks have finished, and there's something about the Russo brothers had quite a big part of that.
Oh, really?
Obviously, the two guys who directed Winter Soldier and Civil
I
War,
I just
and now
saw
Infinity
something
War.
About it, though.
They were in talks with people from Fox, and they had a deal set up with them about something to do with the financial side of it all, and they were asking too much. And they were like, no, we can't. Amazing. We can't put that on us. We can't take that risk. It wouldn't give me detail, but it was something to do with that, because Russo brothers are now moving on to post Marvel stuff. They've even opened up a few of their own studio bits in America. They're basically starting their own biz. But the sounds of it, they've probably got the money to now.
They must have a fair whack behind them.
Yeah. Because how they've gone from doing bits of Community to then they went to Winter Soldier and everyone was like, oh, that's fucking good. And I thought of them they're good two directors. They've gone from doing that to fucking Civil War was quite big on. Now they're doing Infinity War.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way of going with it, because they did your best hands down your best film.
Yeah.
So you've gone to do your other big films, and they're good with ensembles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's quite funny how now it's just crazy how big they've got from it all.
Yeah.
But it's the talks to do with them apparently didn't go well. There's not really much else to say. It just sounds like it didn't go well at all, and it's not happening. It'd be funny if they did buy Fox, because they brought they've shared Spider-Man with Sony now, and did you know about that? Saying about that with Sony.
Yeah.
So they don't own the marketing for Spider-Man. But they own the use of him.
Yeah.
But the Venom they're doing with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Who's apparently also a little bit news, is using CGI. In Venom, the spin-off Venom film. I think that is connected to Homecoming and all the universe, but it's just they're making the film, which is kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
So the Spider-Man that would be in that, if he is even as an Easter egg, would be Tom Holland.
Oh,
it's strange, I don't know. Anyway.
I'm getting so confused. I'm just gonna watch.
Spider-Man and all that is Sony.
No, I get it. I just mean, trying to connect everything in my head. I'm just gonna go into every film, just watch it for what it is, and if someone else shows up in it, I'll be like, cool.
Fair enough, yeah. Cool.
That's the easiest way to go about this now. It's too many of them.
Yeah. And then, so with that, I want to say about crossovers we would want if they did happen to get a hold of Fox, that would mean they'd own X-Men, all of that, and they'd also own Fantastic Four and all of that. So they'd pretty much own everything that's in the comics, they'd essentially be able to use.
Yeah.
So then it would mean they could use the X-Men in Avengers and the MCU.
That would be hideous.
It would be a fucking nightmare.
That would be awful.
They're already starting to, aren't they? Because Inhumans because you think Legion is owned by Disney and Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Legion isn't. Wait, no. Legion was Fox. Sorry,
Legion is
Fox because it's X-Men. But then that mean they would own Legion at Disney as well. It's so much.
No, that'd be.
It means they could do basically. I saw again, looked at it a little bit. What it would be cool because they could use Doom. They could use Doom the villain from Fantastic Four for later, because he's massive in the comics. He's a massive villain. Means they could, because then it means you've got plans after Infinity War. Who's going to be your boss after Thanos? You could use Doom. Silver Surfer, they're probably one because people.
Thanos. I think he's boring as hell.
Yeah. You could use Silver Surfer as well. I think they want Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
You could mix Wolverine,
They
some
already...
sort of Wolverine.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
On Fox stuff. You could use Wolverine and the Avengers. You could, it's just going to be an absolute fucking shambles because none of it would make any sense. But then they're already going that way because they've got the Guardians and they've got like multiverse already because they've got all these different time dimensions and bollocks. So they can go wherever they want with it essentially, which is crazy and it's too much. I think if they get a hold of all of that, I think now anyway, but I think if they get a hold of that, just do solo films.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily have to connect them. Just do solo films.
But they won't do that.
No, but they imagine like if they just had the rights, because they'd probably do a better job of X-Men. No offense to Fox. Like, don't get me wrong, Logan, Deadpool, spot on.
Yeah.
But they should do funny team up films. They should do like a Deadpool and like, who would be funny with Deadpool? Someone from. Someone who isn't on the Fox side. Do you get what I mean? You do Spider-Man and Deadpool. There you go. You could do a Spider-Man and Deadpool film because they're massive together in the comics. Own film, like Logan, it's his own thing, but they can do that because they have the rights to those characters together.
Yeah, but then I don't like when they do that because it just pulls it out of what...
Yeah, but if you're watching every film as a standalone, it'd be fine. Deadpool was pretty much a standalone, Logan was a standalone, they're some of the better films of the last few years.
Yeah.
Because they're not trying to connect to anything, they're just their own thing.
Not yet.
So I think you could just make your own... It's like the comics, you can never... I've tried so many times to start reading Marvel comics, I've read quite a bit.
Yeah.
I never know where to go. Because it's too much. There's no too many starting places, and they reset themselves too much. I don't know where to go with them.
And they've been done and redone and redone and redone. It's such an overly saturated thing.
I don't know where to go. I kind of don't want it to happen. I want them to be separate things.
Yeah.
X-Men works as its own thing. Just maybe make some better films. Yeah, it works as a universe. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't
as films.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the idea, the concept works, but when it actually is carried out,
no. Yeah.
So much.
All right. That's all that for. That's the main bit of news, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for all of the Disney stuff. Anything else? Anything else you want to say for any of it?
I love Disney.
Oh.
I
think they should go back to doing their old animation style cartoon sketches as opposed to
completely agree
3D animation.
I remember, and I don't know what video it was on when I was little. That's how old I am, folks. VHS is. I can't remember what video it was on, but watching like a behind the scenes of how long it took them to draw everything, and they were showing them actually sketching it and how it all came together, and it took like 6 years, and it was just so like there was so much love in it, and you can totally tell. And now that's the problem with those live action ones as well. It's just all shot on a green screen, most of it. It's churned out. It's celebrities. Yeah. I didn't know any of those voice actors. They're Disney voice actors in the original animations. You know, they're Disney, and they all did like all various ones I know, but it wasn't. Oh, Beyonce's Nala, awesome. Like, I don't care
Disney's
for that.
such a big thing. The thing is with these films now is when Disney used to release them, it was so beloved, but there wasn't this whole culture of it. It's now a very pop culture where you have all these actresses and singers and stuff, and everyone, like clothing lines and like fucking, like I said, like Primark and like Top Man. Yeah. Everything is Disney now. Like, not just because they own everything, but I mean, they are big to everyone. Anyone who isn't a nerd now, or anyone who doesn't love film, or anyone who is just anyone, will like something Disney, or will be like, oh, Disney. When Beauty and the Beast got released, it wasn't just people that... That's the strange thing. It was a lot of people who weren't nerds or who grew up with a lot of film. But it was coming to see it as well. Every like a lot of people were coming to see it.
Because it's such a good piece of work. So much goes into it, and the songs are so beautifully written. And now it's just like they're the same songs, and then they'll write one new one and chuck that in, and it's meant to make it a new thing, and it isn't. Yeah,
I don't know.
But they cancelled Gigantic, so they'll just
Star Wars Marvel crossover.
Churn out all of the old films and just.
At least they got Coco.
Yeah,
I thought they had more coming, but I think it's because I remember looking when before Moana came out, and that was the next one. I was like, what is this?
Moana. So Moana's great.
It's nice.
The songs are good.
It's Star Wars the substance because there's nothing new there. It's just all the way it looks again.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what was really good about Inside Out, because it felt like a new thing. It had new concepts. It had a new idea. It had an interesting like plot to it. Same with like Monsters Inc. The concept of getting like powering stuff with screams from kids.
So good.
Wait, what connected? What was I dreaming that? I think I was dreaming. I had something about it said it was connected to Monsters Inc.
Oh right.
What was that? Was that in my dream last night?
I don't know. That'd be weird
I
if
heard
it was.
something. It was a Disney film, and it was like, oh yeah, we're powering by Monsters Inc. I was like, what? Wait, was it? I don't know if I'm dreaming that.
What? What did you
I don't
think
know.
it was?
Just I can't remember. I remember being like a Disney film and being like, oh, it's
What?
we're powered by
A
Monsters
world
Inc.
was sponsored?
Yeah, like Electric or something was.
Oh.
I think I must.
That'd
have
be
been...
pretty cool though if there was.
Well,
But then
there's
it
a
would
whole
have to
theory that
be-
they all do link, isn't
It
it?
would have to be another monster town, though, wouldn't it? Because it's Monsters Incorporated.
I must have
Just have a
dreamt
pause
that.
here while you have a look.
How weird! How weird though that I dreamt. Where have I fucking heard that?
I don't know.
Because we've only watched the 2 trailers for Coco, and they didn't say it in Coco, and they didn't say it in.
Probably not, no.
They didn't say it enough. That's so weird.
The
I
small
dreamt it,
town
'cause
in
we didn't know
Mexico is also powered by Monsters Incorporated. That'd be pretty cool.
God knows where I've heard of. God knows.
Well,
I have no idea.
probably not.
Anyway, that is it for the Disney stuff. Oh, we can say about the Netflix. Then they're pulling from Netflix still and doing their own service. I don't know how their own service is going to go.
I don't know.
Probably the prices are probably fucking ridiculous.
I was gonna say I feel like the price is gonna be crazy, but people are definitely gonna pay them. But then I wonder if that will affect. It's a strange thing that they're doing because I wonder if it will affect DVD sales because people will just go, well, I'll pay
Yeah.
40 quid a month. And
Maybe
I've
the
got
DVD sales
every
drop
single...
anyway.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
then-
wondered if they were. Everything's going digital, but then I can't imagine that. It's both sides because I can't imagine that for Disney. I can't believe that people won't be buying Disney films, and I also can't
It's a
believe
collector's thing, Disney. You
Yeah, exactly,
collect,
that's what I
like
mean,
Star
yeah.
Wars films, like
Yeah.
trying to collect them.
Exactly.
Marvel it is like to buy. They've just released a new box. I don't know if
But
you've
they're
seen
not
this. They're
stupid.
quite
They
good
must
prices.
have been doing it for a reason.
Yeah. Have you? Oh, sorry, just saying about that. About like DVD. Have you seen the new Marvel box sets?
No.
It's like they've done it in phase. You know how there's phase 1, phase 2, phase.
Yeah, yeah.
They've released phase 1 and phase 2 as separate box sets. They're only 35
Okay.
quid each, and it's
Oh, wow.
all the Blu-rays
God,
of phase 1 up to Avengers, then phase 2 up to Ant-Man.
that's
They're all Blu-ray, and they've got like little
decent.
art cards and stuff in them. They're quite nice boxes.
£35.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's
I guess
really-
because they're all quite old now. The phase 2 probably was
Yeah,
quite
that's
cheap because
true.
it's 35, but the first one for 35, you could buy them all separately for probably about
for cheaper,
20 quid
yeah,
altogether.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say as well with that Disney Netflix, essentially. I wonder what will be on it.
And what's
As
going to happen
well.
with Daredevil? What's going to happen with all
probably-
the Defenders characters
Well,
and
yeah,
Punisher because
exactly.
they're all on
Because they might,
Netflix.
yeah, I don't know.
And then they're Disney and
I don't
they're
know.
Netflix original. They're Netflix like originals as well because they just.
Maybe it
thought that.
won't be every single thing. No,
Seems
they said it
strange,
was
though.
going to be everything.
It seems. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. It might be not for a
Wait and
while
see.
anyway.
I
They
don't
might have
even know when
stopped
it's
doing
gonna
all that
be-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, but then you've still got Jessica Jones series 2, Daredevil
Yeah.
season 3. So God knows.
Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher. Even that'd be out way before they do this.
Gonzo.
Yeah. Should we leave it there?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. All of Disney's, all the stuff you see going like browsing through its thing, and then you just see Punisher.
I know, yeah.
Just stand fucking out.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
Alrighty.
alright.
Alright
Oh,
then. On
righty
to
then.
I've forgotten. Oh, what we moving on to now?
News. We've done the news.
No, we haven't.
Wow. We've done Disney news.
God damn it.
I should have done one earlier. Disney news.
Yeah, but it was all mixed in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Alright.
the point.
News. Go.
First bit of news. Have you seen anything to do with Henry Cavill about the DC EU? What he's been saying about it? He was saying about he doesn't think that if basically he's slagging off his own universe.
Amazing.
Slagging off everything. He basically said,
He's done a
I'm
Daniel
amazed this
Craig.
doesn't cause much more of a ruckus. I never use that word.
A
I use that
ruckus?
word right now.
A great word.
A ruckus. He said two things that I saw. One, he said he doesn't think it started the best way. The films didn't go the right way about it. Essentially,
Amazing.
probably wouldn't say about the films you're in. I mean,
I
fair
don't
enough.
know,
Admit that it's gone wrong.
It did not harm Bond, did it? When Daniel Craig said he'd rather slit
Oh,
his own
please
wrists.
stay, Daniel Craig, please.
We love you. I can't
Good one,
stand
shit
that
one.
man,
Good one, shit
honestly.
one, isn't it?
What?
Well, the routine has been good one, shit one, good one, shit one with his films.
Yeah,
so maybe
true,
they're hoping to
yeah.
do one more with a good one.
I
Get
feel-
Rihanna and Beyonce in there,
I
and Cara
reckon,
Delevingne.
to do absolutely nothing just
Yeah.
so that they can be in the news.
Exactly.
I feel like he's getting upset because he's not in any of the marketing stuff because he can't be, and then he's like, look
Right.
at me, look at me,
Look at my new mustache.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be rubbish anyway. Can I come to the press junket? No, we can't reveal you yet. Well, it's going to be rubbish.
Although, well, they're saying that, right? We've been talking about this at work, especially. Okay, so we have banners up for. We've got banners up for Justice League now, and there's all the characters in the Justice League as opposed to, and oh god, what am I even saying? Bloody hell, I hate myself. All the characters in the Justice League except for Superman, and it's like, oh, look at the logos at the top.
Yeah.
And then it's got all the logos and the banners with so the banner with Aquaman on it has Aquaman's logo lit up at the top.
Yeah.
There's no banner for Superman, but Superman's logo is at the top.
Yeah. So
it's like, oh, we didn't. You're not going to see it.
But he's not in it.
Looks like Luke Skywalker. Right, so there's that.
Yeah.
On the posters, he's not on any of the posters at all.
No.
He was in the trailer for a second. We didn't know if it was a flashback, so we know he's in it, but we're like, oh, what's happened with him? I mean, we know he's coming back anyway. They made it very obvious, but...
Yeah, but they've done it like it's in her mind.
But all the marketing, he's not on any of that. He's all hidden.
Yeah.
Then you get your cheap, what we're selling at the moment, your cheap cinema buckets for popcorn and your fucking cups and your bottles and all the Justice League photos on those stuff has him on the cover in his Superman suit.
Yeah. I know.
I like not having him and having his logo. It looks quite interesting. A little bit, but don't fucking put his face on everything else. I know. For fuck's sake.
It's really stupid.
Completely ruins it, doesn't it?
I know.
I don't think he should be in this. I think he should come back at the very last second.
Well, he might.
It's gonna be like Luke Skywalker. Batman hands him.
I think he definitely could.
His lightsaber.
Right at the end.
I think he should, because the whole idea of this film is that they've been like, oh, he did so good for this world, well, now we have to.
Yeah, and I know they spent like all that money removing his mustache and stuff, but that if had he been in it a lot, that would have been a lot more money than it was.
That's why he's getting pissed and he's talking shit about him now. They wouldn't let him in his mustache and fuck you.
Yeah, we can't afford to have you in it for more than 7 minutes because we can't afford to digitally. No, but do you know what I mean? That would have been loads more. So I think he might just be the end.
Well, if you won't let me in your films by fucking mustache for Mission Impossible, then I'm going to talk shit about you.
Was that it? Was it? Oh god, I got tired.
It was what? It was for Mission. It was in a. Yeah, it was in a. He couldn't have it because of his mustache because
was it? I didn't know
it's for Mission Impossible. Yep.
Oh.
Saying that as well, the other bit he said pretty much was he doesn't think that Marvel's universe, like films, actually have affected DC at all. He thinks that even if there wasn't a Marvel universe, they still wouldn't have done that well. Essentially, I'm not quoting him here, but he said bits like that. I was like, ooh,
Henry,
shush
shut
yourself
up
now.
Shush yourself, Henry.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Shut up, Henry.
That's that for Henry Cavill's mustache news.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Of course you can. What would you like to ask me?
Why do they advertise DC films at the start of a Marvel film? Why would they do that? Yeah.
Because to be fair, most people like Marvel like DC.
I know, but I would have thought they'd be like, no, we're not advertising that. But then I
don't think they have a choice.
Yeah, we get sent it. Yeah, no, fine, fair enough.
Yeah, man, shut up, I'll close my face.
Moving on!
Lord of the Rings news here. Ooh, have you seen about
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. They're talking about Amazon wants to do a Lord of the Rings TV series.
Oh.
I was talking about this morning with other people.
Okay.
Bit weird. But the thing is, if they do it, all they're going to do is use the universe, aren't they?
Yeah,
and if they're just going to use the universe,
yeah,
it's not like a crazy special universe. It's just a fantasy universe.
No.
So again, you're just using the name to bring people in.
Yes.
But you can't call it Lord of the Rings unless it's like the games you're calling Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the game's called. Shadow something.
Lord of the Rings, the game version. The game one.
Yeah, you're going to be using the universe.
Yes.
They want it to be because Amazon wants something to compete with Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Same with Netflix are doing the Witcher series because
Cute.
The thing is now and the reason why you have the Witcher series is because you want fantasy because Game of Thrones is so popular. Game of Thrones wasn't popular because it was fantasy.
Yeah.
It was popular because it was good, or it's still popular because it's fantastic. It's not because because the audience for Game of Thrones isn't
good.
People. What?
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You don't think it's good anymore.
It's fine.
It's picked up a bit more, but it's dropped down. Yeah.
The odd episode is really great, but it's not one. Had the standard been what it is now, when it first started, would I have watched it this whole time? Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. Nah.
They're trying to compete.
They're all just doing it to compete with Game of Thrones. But Game of Thrones isn't popular because of that. It's popular because everyone jumped on the bandwagon after a while. And the people that like Game of Thrones, a lot of them will be like, I fucking hate fantasy, I just like Game of Thrones. So there's no point making everyone like it. Because Vikings hasn't done incredibly well, has it? And
no,
that was the other
that's got
big
like
one.
a cult following.
Yeah,
no.
but it hasn't done big enough.
What is it?
Competing.
Black Sails. That's another
Fucking
one.
loads.
That
There's
has
loads
another
that are like
kind
just
of
like.
cult following. Yeah, and they're
well,
probably
just
really great
fancy.
series because for people that like fantasy. But yeah, no, I love fantasy, by the way. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just
saying I think a lot of people who like Game of Thrones don't.
No, exactly. Yeah. Lord of the Rings. Main issue with that will be budget. Like they're not going to be able to make it look good, are they? Really?
You could make it. It depends how much money they got, but you could make it look gritty. You don't. But the thing is, you don't need the special effects where you need costume design.
It depends where they go with it.
Yeah.
But those films had a crap ton of money behind them.
Yeah, the films, but those big battles. You don't. I mean, just do like a small quest. You don't need but so Witcher will need a massive budget for creature design as well.
That's why I'm worried about it.
Fucking hilarious! They just use costumes.
I am
What is a bird?
It was no.
You get a bird quite easy.
Yeah.
It's a seagull you just did.
That's what I'm saying. That they'll use something crap for one of the
A griffin. It's just a seagull with fur around it.
That was the exact joke I was trying to make.
Well, you're too slow to the punchline.
You were too slow to the punchline.
Face. Oh, all right.
Shut up.
Last bit of news.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Do you know what comes back in spring 2018?
Yeah.
Westworld. That's been quite a big gap from that. Because we were
that.
quite late to watching it.
Yeah, we were.
So it's been quite a big gap.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I'm really excited. Do you reckon we're in different worlds? Samurai world.
I hope so. I don't want it to be Samurai World.
Why?
I just don't.
I want someone to wear a samurai outfit. That'd be cool.
No,
I don't really know.
I don't want Samurai
What worlds
World.
do you want then?
But why would they be in a different world?
Because they hinted at the end of it, didn't they, that it was other worlds.
Oh, cool.
Because it's all gone to shit, and I think once it's all gone to shit, they're not going to be like, stay in Westworld, please. They're going to be like, get the fuck out of this place, and they might end up running into the other places, like you did in the film.
It's hard because you kind of want it all to go like really horribly wrong and it all kick off, but half of what I like about it is actually just watching how people behave in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before it.
I think if they have other worlds, it should just be prototypes. They're starting to build other worlds, but they've not done much.
But they're not going to be able
finished.
to do that now, are they?
Why?
Because if they've all kicked off, they've all gone crazy, and they're actually conscious, then they're not going to be able to start building other worlds.
But I mean, if they've already started on them, there's not full worlds built, but they've started them. They're prototyping them. They're sort of demoing them. And it goes to shit. So you see these other worlds, but you don't see them all completely built up. You just see bits of them. They're in structure because Westworld did so well. Yeah. That's what I mean. I just want to be at the point, but I don't think they can keep building because it's all gone to shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
I don't want
to
to keep
be the
being
shame
built.
about it. No, I know, but it's going to be a different thing now, isn't it?
God knows. I can't remember the trailer. I think it was all Westworld in the trailer.
Yeah, true.
Well, we'll find out.
Ba-la-la-la-la.
Anything else?
Yes.
What?
More news.
You got any news?
Yeah.
What?
I'm making a film.
You're making a film, are you?
It's about cardigans.
Is that the first word that comes to your head?
And it features a newt that is in conflict with a frog. No, not with another newt. They didn't like that.
Where are you going with this?
That's my news. Why don't you care?
News.
My nails.
Well, I think that's all the news then.
That's all the podcast.
If you're interested, there's a lot of video games coming out in these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check those out if you like your video games.
Yeah.
Which you might.
If you like Disney, I hear they have some films
coming out.
They've released a couple of bits.
Yes, they have.
So see if you like those. Maybe.
All right. Goodbye, everyone. As always, don't come back. Okay, yeah. If you want to find us,
you
can find us under Wide Eyed Runners. That's our hub for everything.
Wide Eyed is one word, and then a gap, and then Runners.
Yeah. Say that with a lot of
Instagram,
enthusiasm.
Twitter, Facebook, World Wide Web.
World Wide Web.
World
Wide Eyes Web. Runners.
Oh, Wide Eyed Web.
And also, you can find us on YouTube under what are we calling this for the podcast and Wide Eyed Runners for everything else.
Yes.
You should probably already be on here unless you're listening on iTunes, but that's where you can find us.
Yeah, and you
follow us on Twitter.
Really should
Go follow us
us
on these
because we're really funny.
Well, I won't say that.
We have some really good insight.
You're on that one.
Yeah, I'm really funny. I run Instagram. Follow Instagram.
Alright. That is everything then.
Yeah.
Goodbye, people.
Good
Till
night.
next week. Next week we'll have a few film reviews. We'll watch a film next week.
Yeah, we
Unlike
will.
this week where we completely didn't watch any films
We
or
kind of
watch
just
Murder
sacked
Train.
off, didn't we? And we didn't.
Well,
Like,
kind
is there
of,
something
but-
else?
What?
Aw.
We didn't watch Murder Train because we thought there's no point in remembering how big it'll be. Alright, goodbye. Next week.
Bye.
Laters.